This is the Up and Down.
All right, I have about an hour and a half before my flight, so I'm going to pack up and get out of here. I'm going to try to get to the airport, get checked in, get the golf bag on top of everything else. Got a little treat for myself, but also for you because you're along for the ride, so thank you. Let's do this.
All right, I got off work, went and grabbed some wireless headphones on my clubs, and I'm gonna hit Mooresville Golf Course, public course, and use it as a practice ground. Did not bring the GoPro to show this off, so we'll see what footage we get. Still 86 degrees out here. Started with some putting, didn't do any chipping. Putting went really well. I was hitting everything, very fast greens. Really pretty nice facility for a public course. So then I went and hit some drives, and the drives were good. The wedges and irons not so much. 6-iron I could not seem to keep on target at all. Basically just hooking it every time. Contact was hit and miss, and had a little bit of fun with the driver. It felt like I was moving fast. A couple of them, I hit the sweet spot and it flew, and that was fun.
All right, it is Wednesday afternoon, day 2 of work stuff. 2 days until Tobacco Road. Decided to go ahead and do a little putting this afternoon. No swings of any kind other than just putting strokes. Did not putt great. Under reading the break. Fast greens, probably a good practice facility here for that. So worked on putting stroke, just trying to get my stance set up to a kind of a neutral feel so the club hangs naturally and I can pull it back and stroke through smoothly with no hitches or wobbles. Didn't work on the reading as much as I probably could have, but it's time for dinner with the guys, so work's gonna take the priority here. Go do that. No golf activities tomorrow. Maybe a little talk on the way to Tobacco Road, and that'll be it. All right, just leaving work north of Charlotte. Got 2 hours and 6 minutes to my first stop. Yeah, we're out of work mode and into golf mode just as we pull out of work. Feeling pretty good. What I'm gonna do is pop on a podcast from the Fried Egg talking about Donald Ross and who is Donald Ross and what to know about Donald Ross ahead of the PGA Championship being held at one of his courses up in Rochester, New York. However, I'm gonna go to a different one of his courses, which in North Carolina you can probably take a pretty good guess at, but that'll be the next stop. The next video you see will probably be from in and around that facility. Well, Pinehurst certainly gives off the right impression. I just had a really welcome feeling. I kind of expected to be like suspected of being a tourist and asked to leave kind of thing, but nope. It is a golf course and it is a public facility. What I really think I would do the most if I were here is play the little putting course they have. So instead of a traditional practice putting green, although I'm sure it is that at times as well. Just, you know, driving along hole number 2, or hole number 1 here at Pinehurst number 2. So sick. So what is a practice green at any other facility? They've got a little 18-hole, almost like putt-putt course, but there's no windmills, there's no guardrails. It is just crazy break. And watching how those greens actually slope and where the tables are and how they trail off to the sides, I can see how you would just putt straight off of some of these greens. Just not even think about it. Just rolling right off the side. Incredible place. I don't want to hype it too much, but certainly getting sort of Augusta National vibes at times, where you've got the old membership. I walk past the country clubhouse as opposed to the resort guest house. Just a really cool spot. So now I'm gonna head up to Tobacco Road and see if they're as hospitable. I assume they will be, but you never know. And then maybe hit some putts, get a light dinner somewhere, try to get some sleep. All right, kind of walking through the pines and the pine straw here. Yeah, super hospitable. I love it. Looking around at the course, it is an absolute circus. You got weird chutes and elevation changes, and I am certainly going to wish I had my real spikes, but it'll be a good time. Just seeing balls come into a couple of these greens from who knows where. It's kind of cool. All right, 6:20 a.m. on Friday. It is golf day. It's 60 degrees outside, kind of muggy, feels good. Feels like North Carolina's just wrapping me in a nice warm blanket. So, probably gonna get up to about 80 today, and then we get to jet back over to the airport and get out of here. So I packed up my golf stuff in a way that I can play golf and then throw it back in the bag and scoot over to the airport. It's going to be a fun day today. We're playing Tobacco Road, number 49 public golf course in the country by Golf Digest, number 10 hardest. It's going to be a circus. I don't think it'll be a typical round of golf. Lots of blind shots, lots of elevation that doesn't show up on the map. I was looking through the hole by hole on the overhead views last night, and if it was just play what's in front of you and it's flat, there's nothing to it. It's the hills, it's the elevation change and the sand native that we'll be playing with today. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to get my butt kicked, and I'm going to smile for every bit of it if I can. All right, enough talk, let's go. All right, all checked in. Man, does this place ever have a vibe, I tell you. Very country, relaxed. And yet, you can just feel the whooping that's coming. Kind of love it. Strike.
Oh yeah, you're good shit.
Couldn't ask for better. All right, here we go.
Now with the wood, you'd probably be looking at being on the green too.
I'm not getting too greedy.
But that was nice.
Thank you.
without that putting green open, I had no idea how fast.
Seems slow, right? Perfect position off the tee. Cold shank to the bunker. Terrible bunker shot from there. Terrible bunker shot from there. Terrible bunker shot from there. Somebody's gonna be happy with their tee shot. And then one bad putt followed by one good putt. So we'll count them up. Fighting a little snap hook, so I was playing against that.
No snap hook there?
No.
No. Just barely.
Might be. Well, you hit so
Good
well.
kick off that slope, though.
Wow, you hit that so well.
That's probably the best I've hit a driver.
Crushed.
Yeah, you bombed it.
Too long. Great strike there. So there's the sick green, and I hit it pin high. It's awesome. Oh. That was so close to being good.
Come on down.
Oh, in the hole. All right, golfing god smiled on me a little bit there. Yanked my tee shot into the trees. The tree spit it out. We'll see where it ended up. But check this out. So this is green. In theory, they could put a pin back here if they were just disgusting, right? Hit it over this hill and hope for the best. So that's green. Now this is prime pin location in here, right? You can actually see the tee boxes up there. There's some green, no big deal. Put a few pins in here, probably. Quite a few right here, looks like. All that waste ground. And then you've got this little bit here that is also still green. And then you've got this little bowl here. This course is insane. No way. Be good. That's gonna be the best shot I hit all day. Yeah, I got a jet. Hey, good morning. Happy Mother's Day. It is Sunday, May 14th, and I've had a day to decompress and kind of process what I'd looked at in the round in Tobacco Road. Takeaways from that course and the round itself. So I ended up shooting 86. I had 34 putts. Greens were rolling really slow, which I never really quite got right. There was one putt that I hit that had any distance to it. The rest of the time I was leaving everything short. Hit 7 greens and 8 fairways. Had 2 birdies, both of which started as eagle putts. Overall, I was a little disappointed in the quality of the greens, but otherwise, the architecture of the course, the feel of the property was just incredible. Just wild, wild golf course architecture. It was, I remember I think it was 15 green, looking back up at the teeing area and seeing the way the bulkheads were all curved and telling the guys I was playing with, it looks like Dr. Seuss drew up a tee. It was like that level of wacky. And that's not a dig at the course at all. I mean, it was awesome to see some of that stuff and just wild and out there. Obviously not a natural landscape in a lot of places. So this was the other end of that. It wasn't like they just pushed up some greens and had a golf course. They constructed this landscape, but really, really cool course. Ultimately, I left feeling great about the way I played. Hit the ball really well compared to where I have been. Credit to having the simulator on that, and credit to Coach for fixing a couple of things and getting me back on track. I'm really excited to hit the course again now. After that, I want to come back to Forest Hills and say, oh yeah, I've played landing areas worse than this, or I've played shots into places worse than this, or I've had goofy angles and forced layups and forced draws or fades worse than this, you know. Not that I'll see any shots I haven't seen before, but putting that into perspective and saying, you know, in terms of like about as hard as it gets, short of the length, I've seen it. You know, I've seen the worst of the worst in terms of quality golf courses that present you with tough shots or tough landing areas. So that's really exciting to kind of set that reset the scale, so to speak, on what a hard golf course is. So everything else is going to be a piece of cake, and Tobacco Road's going to be my story to fall back on, which is fun. Not super long. I probably could have played from the tips. I want to thank John and Justin for allowing me to be the third wheel in their father-son game. Couple of great guys. Really enjoyed the day. I felt great about my game, not just because I was playing with them and playing from those sort of middle ground tees, but they were just great guys to share the course with. Just a great experience, a lot of fun. Thanks for following along. Thank you for paying attention and your patronage of the channel. I appreciate it.